obviously your first taste of the rivalry. Could you just talk about how intense it was, and was it a little more chippy than you expected?
Yeah, it was definitely a different experience. You know, back in high school, you know, I had a couple rivalry games, but, you know, like none were as violent as that. You know, the atmosphere wasn't as crazy as that, so it was definitely fun.
Jim said you have a lot on your plate this season. Have they added more responsibilities and roles? Has he gotten more comfortable playing middle linebacker?
Not really. You know, like from the jump, you know, as a linebacker, you have everything on your shoulders. So, you know, it hasn't gotten any worse, any better. But, you know, it's definitely just been fun just to, you know, be there, you know, like kind of like the middle of the defense, you know, helping everybody out.
Is there a longer adjustment to that position just because of how much they ask you to do?
I think it just depends on the person. You know, some people might be able to come in freshman year and just, you know, just go crazy with it. But, you know, like for some other people, it takes time. And I think I was one of those people that takes time. And, you know, like now that I've been in there for a while, I feel pretty good.
When do you think it started clicking?
I think it was just after my first game at Rutgers. You know, like it was my first college game starting. You know, the first time really in the saddle, and I think I just felt really comfortable.
Was it one of those things like you just had to experience it and get that full game action to get that feeling comfortable?
Yeah, definitely. And like I think that's with every position. You know, you just need that game time experience, and you know, from then on, you know, you know what you expect. You know what I'm saying?
When did you know that you were going to be a permanent starter?
It was, I think, like that Monday or Tuesday after Wisconsin. You know, like Josh Ross went down, and Coach Brown told me, you know, just be ready. You know, like you're gonna start this week. So, you know, like that whole week was real crazy. You know, I was shaking every time I got on the practice field. You know, I was like, I'm gonna play this week. So, yeah, it was that time.
What was his message to you to kind of keep you calm?
You know, just stay patient. You know, he knew that I knew what I had to do. You know, stay patient and trust myself.
What exactly, I guess, came into focus for you against Rutgers, just in terms of playing the position in a game like you were talking about?
You said like what came into focus?
Yeah, like what about it kind of, I guess, clicked?
Just being out there, you know, and you know, like running the plays that I've been running for over a year, and like really seeing it in real time, you know, on the big stage, it kind of just clicks just like that, because you know it has to, because you know next play it could be the same thing. So, yeah.
How valuable was it to watch Devin last year and what he's able to do, and how much did that make you a better player?
It was definitely a blessing, you know, a great player like Devin, you know, to be behind him and learn from him. You know, just watch him play every Saturday. It's kind of contagious, you know. You want to be, you know, as close to that as possible, or even better. So, you know, just watching him play and watching the things that he's doing now, you know, it's definitely motivating.
Anything specific that you take from that, other than to play well and do the things that the linebacker needs to do?
It's just the speed. You know, like speed at the linebacker position is like really coveted now. So, you know, if you're able to have that, you know, sky's the limit.
A lot of people have compared your speed to Devin. Did you guys ever race? Did you ever go?
No, we never raced, but I think I would give him a run for his money.
How do you develop the instincts to play fast at a position? Can you learn it, or is it something natural that you sort of have from the get-go?
I think you can definitely learn it. And like I said earlier, it goes back to game time experience. You know, like you can think you have instincts, but you know, being out there in front of 100,000 people, you know, you kind of freeze a little bit. So it's just getting that time out there on the field, and everything comes natural.
My friends and family this weekend at the game, you think? Have you been down to Bloomington quite a bit growing up for these games?
Yeah, a whole bunch, and yeah, I have like my whole city coming out, you know, so it's gonna be a fun time out there playing in front of everybody and, you know, getting a win.
Cam, what was your perception of Indiana football when you were a kid, and maybe what is it now when you look at their program?
It's kind of crazy, because growing up I never watched football, you know, like until like 14, 15, so I didn't really know much about the Hoosiers, you know, like football program growing up, but you know, like now that I look back at it, you know, it's like they've always just been there, you know, like just right there in close games all the time. So, you know, I know this is going to be another dogfight, and I can't wait to play in it.
Are you going to play basketball? Indiana kid? Was it like joint football? Hoops?
No, like, it was just, I just wasn't really a sports guy. Yeah, you know, like I played like a bunch of sports growing up, but like watching sports, it wasn't really my thing until like I really started getting love for football, and then you know, I was watching boys smack each other, so, so yeah.
Chris Partridge said last week, talked a little bit about his recruiting style, and I think he played a role in your recruitment. What was kind of your experience with him during your recruitment?
My first time coming up was the, I think, 2017 spring game, and I talked to him. You know, he said that, yeah, like I know you, but we don't have any linebacker spots, you know, open. So, you know, like we just kept in contact, and then, he got Coach Brown to come down to my high school to watch me practice, and then from that day on is when I came back up here, got the offer, and then like just since I ever had the offer, like Coach Parch and Coach Brown were like always on my line, like making sure I was okay, talking to my family, just getting that bond, built since it was like so late in the process.
How would you describe his personality?
He's definitely fiery. He's always jacked up. Especially during the season. He wants the best for us all the time, and he wants us to be firing off on all cylinders with everything we do. So he's definitely a good guy to have around.
You talked about the adjustment, getting comfortable once you finally started playing. How much do you lean on guys like Khalik and Jordan, since they've been around for so long?
Oh man, it's like so good to have those older guys around. Just to talk to in between the play. Like they played these teams for like 4 or 5 times now. So this is really good to have that experience on the field, and it's like pretty much everybody around me. Experienced guys. So I don't have to have doubt in anybody. I can just go out there, play my game, and I know they'll do the same.
You've got 2 rivalry games under your belt now. What's the difference for you in playing in those games compared to watching them from the sidelines last year?
It's definitely weird, kind of feels like a movie when I'm out there. At one point, I kind of forgot I was playing Michigan State, and I got for the tackle, and then I just saw everybody around cheering. I was like, dang, like I'm really in the game. Like I've watched this game for 3 or 4 years now, and I'm in the game finally. So it's definitely a crazy emotional experience.
It's part of the learning curve for your position, just having to understand all the rules involved in the pattern match coverages you guys do, and what does that entail, I guess?
Like just learning everything?
Yeah, but just the rules, like when you guys do I don't know how you guys term it, but matching the pattern, basically, switching guys, I guess, in the course of the play.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Coach Brown, he's a mastermind with that stuff, and we just had to regurgitate it, the way he wants. So just practice time, just keep doing it. Even when we don't have practice, like us talking about it as a team, making sure we have it down. So when game time it comes and he calls it, because he might call it this one time, we have to do it perfect. So.
Got time for 1 or 2 more? None if you don't have it.